children. So today we will continue the chapter. Now we will study the movements in animals or coordination in animals. Sorry, in plants. So we will continue the coordination in plants. Now we will try to find how the plants coordinate. See, for example, animals movement take place due to some internal tissues which are well developed, and there are some electrical impulses which are coming from one region to other region and passing, and in that way they will respond. What means nervous system in animals will respond because they have well developed nervous system, and each and every message is carried properly and they will respond according to stimulus. But in case of plants, they are not like animals which have well developed nervous system. Then how they coordinate, how they develop, how they grow. Okay. So I'll give one example. Like one plant called in Hindi we call Chui Mui. We call it Chui Mui, but that is nothing. It is touch me not plant. Touch me not plant in general, in common name. Okay. But in botanical name it is Mimosa pudica. Mimosa pudica. This is botanical name. Okay. So here when you touch these leaves, what happens there? It will fold inside and the leaves will droop inside. But why it happens? Okay. Is the growth related to these plants? Or only by touching only is that folding inside and drooping of plant is called growth? Okay. So if that is growth, then what about the other plants? See, in animals there are some cells. Whatever the message is sent, they will go in the form of electrical or chemical impulses. Electrical, chemical impulses. Okay. Here, this drooping of plant, drooping of leaf inside. But why it happens? See, there may be, see, first of all you take one nice example of one plant. Okay. A seed, no seed. Seed, what? If it is put in the soil, that will develop two parts. One is below the soil, that develops as root system. Okay. So above the soil it develops the shoot system. Okay. But it will come out and that indicates there is a growth. So seed will germinate and here we can find the growth. If you stop this, if you keep anything on that particular place, keep the seed. But afterwards, if you stop growth, it will not grow. This is case. But in this case, different only. Here there is no growth. Only some changes are there. But how the changes take place? Because they don't have any particular any other way to prove it. Okay. So these plants, we have two ways. One is they are independent of growth and one is dependent of growth. Okay, this is independent of growth. This will not indicate the growth. So this means the touch me not plants will indicate there is only movement, but growth is not there. But the seed which converts into seedling, it germinates and it forms a new plant, means it will come out by removing the soil and coming out. That is growth. Okay. So growth, which is independent, and growth is dependent. Here growth is dependent. Here growth is not there. Independent growth. Okay. So how the movement takes place due to growth? Let us see here. Okay. I told already, there is movement in the plants. Same case, there is movement in animals. But animals, I told animals, what happens? They have well developed nervous system. Okay, nervous system. Okay. So here there is some structures which help for the message sent, signals which are sent, they will reach the brain. But how? So first, when any stimulus is done, so stimulus reaches what? That particular region. How? Very slowly. It is very slow movement, and in the form of where? Through the cells. Through the cells or through the tissues it goes. Okay, and it will trigger. Means, so stimulus will reach through the cells or through the muscles, and because some of the muscle contain some proteins also, that will help for the what? Responding of the plant. But in the case of plants, how it takes place? I told already, in the case of plants also there are some electrical, chemical systems are there. But in the case of animals, even though it is there, here what happens? It takes time. Suppose a message comes, that should reach. See, that cannot reach to all parts of the body, even though the nervous system is well developed. But the messages which are coming will not reach to all parts of the body. Okay. In the case of animals also, in the case of plants also, that is impossible, because here electrical impulses will be there. Like animals, electrical impulse will take place. But here we can see how it can be showed. Easily you can prove it that there is growth taking place and there is a response due to stimuli. It is there in the case of animals. Plants, how will you show? So plants may lose water. If they lose water, what happens there? They change the shape. If they gain water, they see. Means if they lose, they shrink. If they lose water, they shrink. Okay. If they have more water, what happens? What happens to that? So they will increase in size. They will increase in size. So this is how there is a change of shape in the case of plants, like increasing in size or decreasing in size because of. But this cannot be growth. We cannot say it is a growth. Okay. Here, then how the movement actually takes place? What is the reason why the movement of plant, why the movements of a plant will take place in this way? Because in animals there is well developed nervous system. So how immediate response will take place? How immediate response will take place by the plants? See, you know very well, when you touch me not plant, there is movement. How? If this is a plant, if this is a plant, these are leaves. Okay, if this is a plant, here point of touch is different and point of action is different, or point of response is different. You are touching somewhere here, but all of the leaves will shrink, they will droop and move inside. But why it happens? Means the message from this part, where from any point of touch, will go and distribute to all parts of the body through some signals. So those signals are called electrical chemical signals. In the case of this Mimosa pudica, so same case also happens. Suppose I told already that water level. If water level is less in the plants, they change the shape. If it increases, it will increase in size, shape. That way. Okay, these are changes how it takes place. See, Mimosa pudica is touch me not plant, because when you touch any point here, if you touch the whole leaf, the whole complete leaf will droop inside. Means point of touch is different and the point of reaction is different only. Okay. So in the same case, animals also happens in this way only. So whenever there is any nervous system working there, its action will be very slow. Its action will be very slow. Okay. Now we will try to find how will the changes take place in plant. Okay. I'll give you one more nice example. Okay. See, plants, they grow. You know very well. Upper part of the plant is called shoot. Lower part of the plant is called root. But why the roots will move towards the earth? Why the stem will move upwards, above the earth? Then we will find. See, there are some instances. I'll give one example. Suppose you will plant a pea plant. Okay, pea plant. So this pea plant will grow in the form of what? Climber. It is a climber. It is a climber. Okay. So this when you say climber, this climber means it will what? Climb of a, means it will take support of any object and it will climb, and this is having a what delicate tendril. Tendril. So due to this tendril they are able to coil. They are able to coil with any object. Suppose there is one nice rod, it will coil. Okay. It will coil means actually I told growth is directional. Growth is having particular what direction. Suppose why if the growth is not directional, our hands or our fingers are not been like this, it have been haphazard manner. So growth is always directional. So when you say growth in direction, so pea plant will take the support of the any object and it will climb, but it is directional also. It cannot grow, it cannot become round like this and grow anywhere. When there is support, it takes the support. So that support will act as what? As like one support which helps to growth. Otherwise there is no growth in the what? Pea plant climber. Okay, this is the case. Okay, you can perform one activity. Okay, you take a seed, you put it in a conical flask. Okay, then just you tie it. You can tie it and put it in the conical flask. Little water you can put. So you observe that. Observe for a few days and keep in the sunlight. So after some days, what happens there? You observe that roots are formed. But this is a conical flask. Okay. So its seed will grow. Seed will germinate here. Will grow. This forms what? Root system. And this part, suppose here there is a window. There is sunlight. There sunlight should be there for the growth of the plant. So what happens here? Actually it should go straight. But it will turn towards what? Towards the light. Means this is called trophism. What? Movement of any object towards the light is called trophism. Means there is trophism means when it is moves towards that, it is called positive trophism. When it moves away from this particular stimulus, it is called negative trophism. Okay. So again we have different types of trophism here. Okay. So this growth of the plant, upper part of the plant is moving or facing towards the sunlight. Okay, that is called phototrophism. Photo means light. Phototrophism. Okay. So sometimes what happens, if you use some chemicals also, some of the plants move or bend towards the chemicals. So that's called chemotrophism. Some of them are able to grow in water also. They are called hydrotrophism. Means movement or growth towards water is called hydrotrophism. So different trophisms are there. But again there is one more important question. How they will move? Because in a well-developed organism, okay, I told earlier, there are some electrical, chemical signals where it is sent to the body and it will respond. But in the case of plants, there are no muscle cell or nervous cells or nerve fibers. But how they carry the messages? They carry the messages. How they should carry messages? So these messages are carried in the form of signals. But signals means what? In the case of animals, what happens there? There are some cells again muscles are there. That muscles will send the message to the different layers. But still, there also it is not 100% what successful. Means the message sending is not successful from one part of the body to the other part. So due to that, there are some chemicals present in animals also. These chemical substances which are present in animals, they are released by one part of the brain. So that chemical substance which will release, and that chemical substance will make or will diffuse. Diffusion take place in each and every cell of the body. So due to that diffusion, all the parts of the cell body or the body or the cell will get the messages in the form of chemicals. So those chemicals are called hormones. They are called hormones, which are in less number, but they help to work in a proper manner for the animals also. In the case of animals, so messages means they are controlled by some hormones. But what about plants? What is the why? See, why these plants move towards the sunlight? Why it moves towards the earth? It is called gravity. It's called geotrophism. When roots move towards earth, it's called geotrophism. Geo means earth. Geo means earth. So you know always roots move towards the because of gravitation pull. Means these all plants will respond due to light, due to gravity, okay, due to water. They all respond. These are the ways how it will respond. Okay. Now, so how the messages I told? In the case of animals, it is hormones. But in the case of plants also, there are some chemicals which are called phytohormones. Phyto means plant. We call plant hormones. So these plants hormones are present like tip of the plant, stem of the plant. Okay, and some of them will help in cell division, because for growth some chemicals are there called phytohormones, plant hormones. Okay, so one is generally we call auxins, but like auxin only there is one more what hormone called gibberellin. Okay, so what does it do? It will help for the growth of the stem. It will help for the growth of the stem. So stem will grow what? Towards the sunlight by the help of gibberellin hormone. Okay. Then coming to cytokinin. Cytokinin is the hormone help for the cell division. There is one hormone called abscisic acid or abscisic acid. So this hormone is very interesting because this help for the falling of fruits or leaves. Falling of fruits and leaves is it required? Yes, it is required, because whenever they are ripened or whenever the leaves lose their lifespan, they will be falling because that part will contain abscisic acid. So that hormone will help for the wetting of leaves. Okay. So plants are having different types of hormones which are for the growth, and these are called growth hormones. These are called generally phytohormones which help for the function of different functions. Okay, this is about coordination which takes place in plants. So coordination animals is very easier because some chemicals are released, they are transferred in the form of electrical impulses from one part of the body to the other part through nervous system. They contain well developed nervous system, but plants do not contain well developed nervous system. But even though there is well developed nervous system in animals also, and that message will go to a particular place only. From one part it will go to other part. And so for example, again I told, from receptors, spinal cord, again effectors, I can to that place. But in between it will not go anywhere. But these hormones we call, which are chemical substances required for the animals also, they will convey the message through diffusion to all parts of the body. But in the case of plants, there are also, earlier we thought that the movement of the plant is due to what? Touch of the, by touching the hand, some plants may move. By movement of the air, the plants may move. But specifically, there are hormones which help for the growth of the plant. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.